Okay, so what I thought we'd address today, unless somebody has a question still, or
Still go ahead and type in if you have a question or if you want, but I'm gonna let Greg
Okay.
talk for a little bit.
So I thought we'd address a little bit of brain fatigue. You know, we talked about it a little bit in earlier tonight, but let's go through and address it a little bit deeper. So if you have not helichrysum, rosemary verbenan, if you have sage, if you have basil, even a form of thyme, if you don't have any of those, maybe even cinnamon, petitgrain, let's see what people have based on that. So there's some areas that can use some work that, just working with these oils will help the brain fatigue, but there's certain areas in the body that energetically get a little bit depleted. And I thought we'd go through and just treat some of these areas and just see how that makes you feel. This could be done intensely from time to time or done daily as a type of maintenance. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so you're going to go and first just start inhaling. Whatever oil you're choosing, start taking long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just pause and let go. And now you're going to begin inhaling again, but this time your awareness is on your spleen, on the front side below your ribs, left-hand side below your ribs. You're still on that front spleen. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause and let go for a moment. Again, the same spot. Start taking long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the spleen, that area on the left-hand side below your ribs. And then just be still. Hands up, go. It's relaxing. Now, that same spot, but push through the body, the backside, the back spleen. Now, this area is usually more of an issue with brain fatigue than the front side. So you're on the back spleen, you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then pause and let go. And again, that same spot on the backside, long, slow, deep breaths. You're inhaling, your awareness is on the back spleen. Mhm. And then just pause and let go. Still on that back spleen area, start taking some long, slow, deep breaths again. Okay. Just be still for a moment. Just let go. Now go to your jaws, right where they hinge in front of each ear. Long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the jaws. And then just be still. The jaws are a big one. The jaws and the back head also affect the amount of blood and oxygen getting to your brain. So we're going to be going back and forth between the jaws and the back head. So again, with your awareness on the jaws, you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just let go. Just let go. Go to your back head. So opposite the area between your eyebrows, but on the back side. Your awareness is on the back head. Start taking long, slow, deep breaths. And then just be still. Again, on the back head, you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Just be still for a moment. Go back to your jaws. Begin inhaling with your awareness on the jaws. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your jaws. And then pause and let go. Hmm. Again, go to the back head, opposite the area between your eyebrows. On the back side, long, slow, deep breaths. Okay, and then pause and just let go. Just pause and let go. You're just being still now. Just be still. Now, this time your awareness is on your brain. So long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. You're inhaling, your awareness is on the brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're just pausing and letting go. Just let it incubate for a moment. And then again, begin inhaling. Your awareness is on the brain. And then just pause and let go. Go back to your jaws. Inhale with your awareness on your jaws. Move your awareness to the back head. Just let go. Just pause and let go. Now we want to open the head up a little bit. So put your awareness at the base of your skull on the back side. If you want to apply something topically there, like we were talking about earlier, vetiver, terebinth. But here we're just going to do inhalation on these areas. So go to that area with whatever oil you're using and begin inhaling in that area at the base of your skull. Your awareness is still at that base of your skull. Just pause and let go. Notice how your mind feels, your body. Now, wherever your body is compromised, like if you have a bad back, a bad knee, a bad shoulder, we're going to do them one at a time. Go to one of your bad spots. This can be a source for overstimulation of the sensory nerves, and it can cause the brain fatigue, right? So anywhere where there's like a pain or a compromised part of your body, especially if it's been there for a while, let's go one by one. Pick your first spot. Begin inhaling. And just be still. And again, same spot. Just pause and let go. Go to another spot. Whatever area is compromised, an injury, compromised area, sometimes even just the low back, especially the vertebrae. Begin inhaling. And then just let go. Pain can be very depleting to the spleen. So we started with the spleen, but areas that are compromised, even though you might not be feeling pain, sometimes those nerves are overactivated. It's depleting to the spleen. So in this process, don't bypass the spleen that we do right off the bat. You know, again, whatever area you just did, long, slow, deep breaths. Just let it all go. Go back to the brain. Inhale, your awareness is on the brain. And then just be still. Hands up. Yeah, this will flush. It will flush a lot of stress out of your body, but it's more mental stress, like either mental stress or stress associated with pain. And like I was just asking Samantha how she was doing, and she goes, she felt clear before. She feels so much more clear. So let it go, and let's go ahead and share some experiences and ask questions. We still have about eight minutes or so before we need to move over. So go ahead and unmute yourself or type in.
Yeah, go ahead, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne.
It was incredibly powerful, and you're giving me such gifts.
Oh,
And
good.
part of my healing involved for the first time to really focus on being able to accept the gifts that you're offering me, that it's okay, that I'm worthy to receive the gifts.
Yeah.
There's so much old stuff that you touched on tonight
Yeah.
that I've never consciously spoke about or
Right.
shared much at all. And I realized that in order to accept what you are offering me and how blessed I am to receive that, that I have to come to terms that I'm worthy.
Yeah.
That was a major block for me. And
Good.
tonight, it just feels so right. And I don't have words to thank you,
Oh, you're so sweet, Marianne.
but I feel like it's a new opening, a new beginning.
Good.
And I wish it happened much sooner. But I am so grateful to have this opportunity now. I'm so, so grateful. And I can't thank you enough.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
And then we had some shares as well,
Yeah.
in the chat. Someone was saying they were yawning a lot.
Yeah. I think you could start a club with Samantha because she probably yawned 30 times while they were doing that. Yeah, I mean, we think of stress, like sometimes when we're talking about stress in general, we just think of stress as a thing. But there's a lot of different types of stress, and there's a lot of nuances to stress. And stress impacts different areas, different systems very differently. One that we really, don't think about when we're in the middle of it is mental stress. And mental stress accumulates, and man, it can be a thing that really just kind of shuts down the mind a little bit. Like you just get to where you can't quite process things like you used to. And sometimes that's things from the body. Sometimes it's actually the mind itself, the brain. And so this is a way to flush it out. Like when we do the spleen, you're basically kind of strengthening that area so that your brain has the energy to process the sensory information. And then you work the jaw and the back head, you're relaxing those areas, you're energizing and cleaning those areas. They all impact what you call the carotid sinus, which impacts blood flow to the brain, and which would also mean oxygen levels to the brain. Then we do the brain itself. Then you go through and you hit the painful spots in the body and things like that. All of those have the tendency to stimulate sympathetic nervous system activity, which is fight flight. And so by using some of these oils, like even though you're doing sage for strengthening the brain, sage is still balancing to that autonomic nervous system, that part of the nervous system that goes between fight, flight, and rest and repair. And so by using the sage on that area, it calms down the sensory nerves and it balance out that part of the nervous system. So you're just taking the body into a deeper state where the mind and the brain can function better.
When we were just finishing the back head, someone had feels like something has just popped free in the
Yeah.
forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it will clear out thoughts. Sometimes it's just like blockages in the brain. You know, like if there's blockages, especially in the four lobes, a lot of times it'll come out the forehead. Yeah.
And somebody who was having a hard time like breathing and stuff is breathing a little better now. Bubbling in the intestine and the pain dropped noticeably and able to breathe a little deeper.
Okay. Yeah, like when I was looking at you, you know, because you brought it to our attention during the process, it looked like you were shedding a bunch of mental stress. And mental stress is usually the byproduct of like processing a lot of information, processing a lot of sensory nerve activity. You know, it's usually about like processing things. And so it can release in the body. And so a lot of times we look at the Ming Men, back solar plexus, even a bit of the diaphragm, but a lot of times because the fight flight response is really tied to the Ming Men, which is that low back area, it's in charge of the adrenals amongst other things, but that's a lot of times the first place to go to. Yeah. The other thing to think about too is like just going through and opening up the arms and legs. Like, you know, if you're using something like Palo Santo, just inhale on each of the joints a little bit and just unwind it a little bit. Anytime you're removing stress, you're making the basic chakra stronger. You're making your body stronger. You're making your ability to be grounded stronger. And so areas that might get impacted by that are the arms and legs or extensions of the basic chakra, the spine extension of the basic chakra, the protective webs, but also the organs for blood purification, all extensions of the basic chakra. And so and the brain itself, you know, because the basic chakra is impacting like blood, muscle, and bone, but the basic chakra works in conjunction with the brain to run a lot of the physiology in your body. And so, yeah, just start visiting those different pieces. Yeah. Like the arms can get super congested and then it will impact the solar plexus, the diaphragm, the low back, the abdomen, you know, low abdomen. So, yeah, I think we have time for one more if somebody.
Is there a best time to do this practice?
You could do it anytime, but I would say it's probably good to do at night just because it's relaxing. And you know, sometimes I do it in the morning, but it doesn't matter. Like it's just good to do. You know, it doesn't have to be at night right before you go to bed. It could be at night, you come home, you're from work, or it's just the end of the day. You just do it for an hour, you know, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, and then just start relaxing in the evening. Yeah. So, okay, you guys, we're going to slide over to the prayer blessing, blessing of the prayer petitions for Astara. And we're on for tomorrow night. Like, sorry for the hiccup last week, but everything's back on. So the Astara sessions at our normal times, and then the master healing techniques will pick up and start doing some things tomorrow as well. So thanks for joining us tonight, you guys. Take care.